What's up, everyone? This is Ryan with UniqueApps.com. I got a pretty fun video for you all today. I'm actually going to be covering my top 10 favorite iPhone applications of all time. Now, these are all paid applications. I wanted to say first off, I'm going to list the price of these applications, but this price obviously is subject to change. But this is the most current price that I saw on the iTunes Store whenever I'm doing the review right now. Also, I wanted you to note that I am doing this on my iPod Touch, but all of these games are compatible on an iPhone. The reason that I don't use my iPhone because it always seems to get interrupted with a phone call or a text message. So I am doing this review or this list on my iPod Touch, but they're all compatible with the iPhone. So first off, I'm going to get into my 10th favorite game. Also, I'm not going to do a full-on review of these just because it would take too long. This is just going to be mainly a list. I'm going to show you a real quick gameplay, but I'm going to try to get to the list kind of quick. So my 10th favorite iPhone app or game of all time is called Rope and Fly. Rope and Fly is a pretty fun game. Basically, you're a rag doll and you just swing through the city. So there's a couple different gameplay options. There's free mode and speed mode. Basically, your guy falls and you just try to attach to these buildings and then you tap it again to swing. And so the object of the game, and there I just died right there. The object of the game is to get as far as you can. That's my 10th favorite iPhone game. It's for 99 cents in the iTunes Store. My 9th favorite iPhone application is Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Very, very fun game, very realistic game, a lot to the gameplay. This actually it's not really a leisure game in my opinion, but there's a lot to this application. Very, very full-featured game, but it's not just a kind of, you really got to get the hang of it because there's a lot of ways that you can hit the club or hit the ball. There's a lot to this game. That's my 9th favorite iPhone application. It's $4.99, or my 9th favorite game, $4.99 in the iTunes Store. My 8th favorite game is actually 5 games, and the application is actually called 5 Games in 1. It's 5 of some of the best-selling iPhone games. We have Sneezy's up there, Blackbeard's Assault, Burn Ball, and Chopper. And so really this game is, again, it's 5 games in 1. 5 different developers came together and made this game called 5 Games in 1. It's $4.99. Very, very cool game or very cool application because you have 5 games in 1. Fun, lots and lots of game time in this application, or lots and lots of play time in this application because there's 5 games. That's my 8th favorite iPhone game for $4.99 in the iTunes Store. My 7th favorite iPhone application is a pretty interesting iPhone application or game called Ragdoll Blaster. Basically, it's a physics-based game. You pretty much just shoot this ragdoll out of a cannon, and you get different things. So the whole point is to touch your ragdoll to this whatchamacallit, this pin. So I'm going to shoot a ragdoll down there, and I'm going to shoot a ragdoll over here, and I'll show you how the whole game is played. There's tons and tons of levels, so that'll knock it down, roll that ball, and the game will play. Very interesting gameplay. There's tons of levels. One of my favorite games. It is actually my 7th favorite iPhone game for $1.99 in the App Store. My 6th favorite iPhone game is also for mini game consoles, PlayStation 3, and stuff like that. Need for Speed Underground. Actually, not this specific one, but Need for Speed is one of my favorite games of all time, my favorite racing games. And this is my 6th favorite game for the iPhone. Very, very interesting gameplay. I beat this all in one sitting. I literally couldn't get up from playing this game, so I played this for 2 or 3 hours and I actually beat the game. That's my 6th favorite game, Need for Speed Undercover, for $4.99 in the App Store. My 5th favorite game is a game I'm probably sure many of you are familiar with, Bejeweled 2. Bejeweled 2 is $2.99 in the App Store. Very fun game, really endless. I mean, they literally have an endless gameplay. You could play this for hours if you wanted to, and the whole point is to match up 3 alike stones. So I'm going to swap these 3, and those 3 will go down. This is again my 5th favorite iPhone application for $2.99 in the App Store. Bejeweled 2. My 4th favorite iPhone application is another game that I'm sure many of you all are familiar with, Flight Control. Flight Control is a very addicting game, very, very simple game, and again, one of my favorite applications. I'm going to go ahead and continue, and hopefully I don't hit those planes right there. But basically, if many of you aren't familiar with it, the whole point is to bring all these planes to the runway. So I have red planes that I'm landing here, yellow planes that I'm landing here, and helicopters that I land here. Really endless gameplay, very, very simple gameplay, but you can play this for hours and hours and hours. This is my 4th favorite iPhone game for 99 cents in the iTunes Store. My 3rd favorite game is another game that I've actually reviewed called Let's Golf. Let's Golf is a very fun game, more of an animated cartoon type game in the iTunes Store, or golf game. Very, very interesting graphic to begin with. That's actually a video. And unlike Tiger Woods, this actually, the gameplay is more cartoon, more an animated character, so they don't look, obviously they're not real, but very good graphics. I'll start this out actually just so you can see the graphics. Probably some of the best graphics on the iPhone right now. And again, I just want to hit the ball just so you can see the graphics here. I'm very impressed with what they did with this game. So there's the ball, and actually you can see the fly through following my ball. Very good graphics. Love this game, and actually my ball just, I thought it went out of bounds. 3rd favorite iPhone application for $1.99 in the iTunes Store. My 2nd favorite iPhone application is a game that I play a lot, Texas Hold'em. I'm not a real huge poker fan, but I do like playing this on my iPhone. You can play this, I mean, there's hours and hours of gameplay in this. You can play single player. You can actually link iPhones or iPod touches. I'm going to go ahead and continue my game. There's a couple different views. You can view just a regular mode like this, where you can actually see you and the dealer, or you can view where you can see everybody that's playing. Again, 2nd favorite iPhone application for $4.99 in the iTunes Store, and that was actually developed by Apple. My first favorite, or my number 1 favorite game in the iTunes Store of all time, many of you already know this, is, let me find it, Monopoly Worldwide. I absolutely love the board game. I played Monopoly all the time growing up, and I'm a huge, huge fan of this iPhone application. My number 1 favorite paid game. It's $4.99 in the iTunes Store. Very, very neat game. Very, very interesting gameplay. You can actually barter. You can change actually the rules around where you start with properties. A lot of gameplay. I probably play this 2 or 3 times a week. I'm a huge fan of Monopoly. So that is my number 1 iPhone game of all time, is Monopoly. It's at $4.99 in the iTunes Store. And that completes my list, my top 10 list of iPhone games. I hope you enjoyed this review. Or not really review, I hope you enjoyed this list. And please actually leave me a comment below. Let me know your top 10 games, or not even your top 10 games, just let me know some games maybe that I didn't list here that you enjoy. I would be really interested to hear what your top favorite iPhone games are. So hope you enjoyed this list, and I hope you all have a great day.